What's all that grinning in the reflection pond?
When did your drunken misadventures become a branch of divinity?
When did your beyond thoughts give birth to a laughing cloud? Maybe you can find that ATV trail to heaven. Maybe Nirvana is just a good colonoscopy. Maybe the Three Stooges did emerge from the Trinity. Maybe the mind is like a musty institution protecting itself from the whistleblower trying to do itself in from the inside out. And what about the terrorists? Hell, he terrifies himself every day. Dines at the End of the World Cafe, where atheists write the best romance novels, and fundamentalists have the best barbecue. Yum. At first, you tried the point system to heaven.
You tried shiny new shoes with bigger cleats to walk up that beanpole.
You wanted to be a hunchback, a cathedral jumper in that early morning light. Now, you're performing on the high trampoline. Bridges you just crossed burst into flames. We all perish in the sacred fire. Some prey on us, others pray for us. When darkness becomes your cold moon lover, surrender to the earth. Tunnel under the border. If you get the chance, roam in the maze garden.
Watch old hands grab fresh things. Oh, bootin' tootin' man, leave some food out for me in the afterlife party. Go for the sky pie. Become a blue domer. It was where the billowy cloud spirits told you it was time to shed your headdress while preparing your body for the mummification of delight.
It's where you heard voices in the waves. Standing on the edge of that dark sea, the sirens were calling. The Odyssey begun. It's like that dream where you're breathing underwater. A little man in the big womb of beginning. You saw that time was only a place. You saw light pouring out of holes in the ground. You saw sailboats moving without wind. You heard owls hoot without heads. You heard your heart explode inside a tin can story. You heard your lover tell her secrets. You felt like an impaled kebab. You felt like an innocent harvester of longing. You felt like a puzzle master dropping crumbs to find his way back. You tasted the exhaust fumes of your old self on his way out. You tasted the hors d'oeuvre of a greater moment. You tasted a piece of the awake cake. You became unmanageable after your epiphany. unreasonable about the suffering. You became enchanted with the plumpness of oneness.
Well, butter up your crossing blanket.
Wrap yourself up like a luminescent burrito.
Then oozed into goofy golden splendor.
The frozen heaven seed sprouted, and he fell off his Humpty Dumpty wall into the secret grotto. Here, there are chambers where only he can go, but we all have rooms opening to the same hallway. It's where he disappears inside everything, and dreaminess arrives out of nowhere. Like an adolescent god on probation, out for the first time. Drunk in the shadows, he was mining for riches only found at the bottom of an avalanche. The fluttering of his nervous wings made a light show on the cave wall, and the aha stories were told again. He came across a fire pit so old he could not remember back that far. We are all newcomers to an ancient truth. The sun on the inland sea was never brighter, and he was happily lost in the deep resonance of everything.
He was seen under the cottonwoods in the high alone. Became a flower bloom on a thorny plant.
He's on that mule train to the Elysian fields. He's swaying in the sea. He's on that caravan, packing out more than what he packed in. He's a trickster cowpoke, cutting fences and running free range through the pastures of pleasure, where he saw the dancing elephants coming through the grass. Became a crotchety howl dog with a Zen master's knife stuck in his butt. Like Donnie Darko, working in a factory of love, he got overtime for sliding his hand up into the nanny goat of the god jar. He went all the way and was unprotected. Now, he has a donut feeling about God. It's in the hole that matters. What's not there that makes him all tingly. Don't pollute your river of authenticity. Sing your song like a frog on a lily pad. Defy the shallowness of sanity.
How did you get so far back in that you came out the backside of yourself on that outing to your inner?
Perhaps this is the day to be sucked back into the belly of the world, to re-emerge like a subterranean geyser, then free fall into grace.
But remember, everything you love will die. So stop by the river and jump out of time.
It carries you to a cold and sweet-flowing spring, to a secret shop where the light you never knew fills up the emptiness. Your studio of light beams, your skylight into the underworld. Crystalline fingers caress your sweet spook child. Now, you got a taproot from the Shadowlands. Oh, blessed is that sweet, merciful resuscitation in the butter sauce of yourself. They put the time waffle in the toaster and talked about how erosion happens between lunch and dinner. And to his lady of threads, he brought back his own shrunken head to give to her as a gift, to say he never really left her. It was where waves and particles behaved the same. Her dance was far above the birds, and she took him up there.
He will not fear the drunken heart. It will escort him through the drunken land. As the poet said, there's a crack in everything. That's where the light comes in. It's where you sink a foot deeper to become a laughing star.
Where breath becomes word, and word becomes breath, and life flows on, within you and without you.
So drink a toast to the end of mischievous cycles.
Carbonate holy water with your laughter.
Get aroused at the thought
Of endless wonder.